Hi, this is Kageni, the author of Magnificent Woman book. And today I am joined with a very special, magnificent woman in my own terms. And her name is
Valerie.
Valerie Barrow.
Yeah.
Valerie Barrow has been one of those people who are just born with a knowing of all things spiritual. And maybe this might have been you. You know, if you're the kind of a kid who believed in your imaginary friends and you never grew out of them, you're very normal here. So today we'll be talking on various topics. One, she has studied a lot of Indigenous wisdom, and Valerie has a very special gift because she's a clairvoyant and a medium. She also tends to receive a lot of messages just directly through her and in her own knowingness. And even when I've spoken to her, what I've realized, this woman came into this world knowing a lot, that she's so willing to share all this love with her, with us. And I'm so grateful to be having her here with us. So Valerie, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Kajini. Thank you.
Yes.
You've overwhelmed me, actually.
Why?
Knowing a lot. I won't say I know everything, but certainly I am very lucky, actually, being able to connect clairaudiently. If people understand that, it's another separate consciousness that exists.
Wonderful.
But it does exist in everybody, actually.
Wonderful. As you can see, she's very humble. However, you can trust me because I've spent quite a lot of time with Valerie, and I can tell you I can listen to her all day. So Valerie, what we're going to do, because a lot of what I do for people on this channel is what we call the School of Magnificence, which is all about helping people get in touch with their souls. And you're very good at explaining these things. There are a lot of people right now lost with the coronavirus. People don't know where to start, where to go. Would you like to start sharing with us your journey on how fast you connected with, whether you call it your soul, whether you call it your higher, whatever you call it, your higher self? How did you connect with that inner part of you? Because I think that's the $1 million question a lot of people have.
Well, yeah, as I've just said, it's within everybody.
Okay.
So it is possible to connect. And I do that work in helping people to connect to their soul consciousness. I think most people accept they have a soul, but don't realize that they actually can have a conversation with it.
Yeah. When you say you help people connect with their souls, what do you mean by that?
Well, it is a bit complicated to start with because it's like an initiation, and it's another part of us that knows everything, that's eternal.
I love that.
I could say it, their God's self or our God's self.
Yeah.
People are a bit wary about the word God because there's been so much said in the name of God or done in God, and it's got nothing to do with God at all.
They've stripped away the goodness out of it.
That's exactly right. That's exactly. So we could call it also the source of all creation.
I love that. Or the creator.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And of course, I see that, like the Indigenous people see, it's actually a force field of love and compassion. And it is, we're a little off track with that. And I'm being advised that we are actually slowly coming back into alignment of suns, which lead us back to that source of creation.
Yeah.
So we can still connect to it because there's no separation in our consciousness.
Yes, I love what you've said, how the Indigenous believed it's a source of compassion and love. And one thing my grandmother used to say is God is love.
Yes.
She used to say it in her language. She used to say Ngai Newendo. And there was a song that has been passed down. And that's all people knew.
Yes. Yes, that's lovely. And of course, as I said, the Indigenous people are the first people on earth, and they're the original people.
Okay.
And so they know a lot and they understand a lot.
Yeah.
And they talk in symbolic ways sometimes. But still, as I said, it's available to everyone. Yes. And just a matter of understanding it, that's all.
All right. So Valerie, I'll put you right on the spot. Now, I want you to speak a bit loudly, as if we're speaking to all these million souls, you know?
Right, okay.
You know, you have to address all of them.
All right, then, we're speaking to the world.
To the world.
Yeah, I'm getting on a bit, Kajeni, and I think my voice is fading a bit.
I think that I'll have a sip too.
Or is that just an excuse?
It's because we're really enthusiastic to hear about this. And I know, and I can tell you've got a lot of passion and you've got a lot to share. I want first to take you back to a time when you were a little girl, or whatever early memories you had. What kind of like mystical experiences, spiritual experiences did you have to start questioning what you thought you knew about life?
Well, it's a bit hard to explain in a way, because to be quite honest, I wasn't born. My soul consciousness was not born into this body. Yeah. So that's something that some people know about and understand. It's known as walk-ins.
So if we were to take you to the moment you remember, maybe I'm a spiritual being, there's something spiritual, whatever that first memory was, like the question a lot of people would be having.
Yes.
I'll give you an example. When I was a kid, one time somebody stole something, went and dug a hole in a tree and hid it there. And I was not there, but somebody came and said, "Oh, have you seen my whatever is missing?" I was like, "Yeah, so-and-so took it, dug a hole and put it there." And that's where it was found. But to be honest, to this day, I'll never tell you how I knew that. Everybody was so freaked out. But I didn't know it was
including you, by the sound of it.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's so many people out there confused thinking, was I weird? Am I weird? Or is it a gift? So
well, definitely. And from my point of view as a child, I did have a voice that was talking and guiding to me. I had a rather difficult childhood, so I won't go into that. But
a talking, guiding voice, inner voice.
Yes, absolutely. And it was male. It had a dignity to it. And so, as a matter of fact, I never questioned it. I just thought everybody had it, to be quite honest.
How did it make you feel whenever you had this voice?
It made me feel a lot better. It made me feel calm. Wow. And I suppose
so it was the voice of love. It was a voice of love.
Absolutely. Yes, it was caring. It was caring. Wow. And it was loving. And you could feel it. I used to sit on the rocks. I lived near the ocean, and I sit on the rocks overlooking the sea and towards the horizon. And of course, as I realise now, that's like a meditation.
Oh, wow.
And so it calmed me just looking at the horizon and the stillness of it. And it just seemed, and then the voice would just say a few words, nothing big or a lot, but
what you needed to hear.
I just thought it was part of life. In fact, I didn't question it.
So when you're saying when you go sit on the beach and you could see the horizon, was that like your happy place? What people call a happy place? It just could be a place in nature you used to escape to, and you feel your problems are not there anymore.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Happy place.
Yes, it's exactly your happy place. And I wasn't actually on the beach because I was above looking at the waves.
Oh, okay.
So I was above and on the rocks, with swinging my legs and looking towards the horizon. So that was the stillness.
Wow.
That was
I love that stillness.
Yes, that's right. That's what it was. And so it was an open eyes meditation, if you'd say.
That is amazing. And do you feel there's a connection between when we're in a state of stillness to really connect with that inner voice and really connect with our soul?
Yes. Well, in a technical ways, I've come to understand that the inner voice I was hearing was coming from my soul consciousness.
Wow.
Whereas we have a consciousness with our brain, but that records things.
Yeah.
And our ideas and our thoughts and our motivation to do something comes from somewhere else, actually. And it does come through our soul consciousness.
That is amazing. Is it like when you hear people saying, oh, so-and-so is all up in their heads? Yes. You know, because they're not really connecting with their inner voice.
No, that's right.
Soul.
Yes.
Okay.
But when people are suddenly hit with a thought that seems to come from nowhere, and they say it just came out of the blue.
Yes.
Well, it did. It came from other worlds, and it's very real, actually. And it does. I know people have voices, and they're can query about whether the voices are speaking from a point that's going to help them or create mischief. And we do need to recognize and understand that, but not focus on it.
Yes.
We just ask God or the Creator to take away anything that we don't feel right about.
I love that. Yeah.
And just ask for always only receiving what's right for us in our choices. So it's a real guidance. You can actually make life a lot easier for yourself.
Wow, it's like an inner GPS. And what I've come to realize, and I love what you've said, it's we can ask the Creator, please remove all the noise around so that I hear the one inner voice, the one true voice from my inner soul.
Yes, that's right.
And from my own experience, one of the things I've come to understand is sometimes I used to wonder which voice. You know, some people have said you've got one angel and one, you know, not a good angel or a bad one, good and bad. And they're always constantly whispering, whether it's the voice of our egos, the voice of others, or whatever, fears, concerns. However, what I came to realize is the inner voice comes with a feeling. There's a feeling that I know it's my inner voice because I start feeling peaceful. I start feeling calm. It answers the solution. I could never, even though it's not the solution I was looking for, it gave me the solution I needed.
That's right. That's right. You soon learn that, because if you go against the solution, if you like, you soon realize, oh, I should have taken notice of that voice and listened. And of course, when you really understand it, so it's an introduction to actually become aware of the differences, of the difference. Yes. There is a part of us that is eternal, and there's part of us that just dies back to the earth. I would like including you to, our brain, I'd like to say.
That's beautiful. We'll come to the brain in a bit, but I want to hear more about what happens when we don't listen to that inner voice.
Well, it's just a case of we have free will, and that can stuff us around, actually. So it is a good idea to always listen to this other part of us. We're an aspect of who we really are.
Yes.
So, and that comes in our heart. And you said about feeling.
Yes.
And when you work with it more and more, it becomes easier. And it's a knowing then. Yes. It's just a knowing. It's nothing to do with belief.
Yes.
Nothing to do, well, in a way, it can be tied in with religions, but even that, it's to do with our own path in life.
Could you say that we also become discordant when we don't follow our truth, our inner guidance?
That's right. Yes, exactly.
We start noticing the way we're going through life is not as peaceful. It's not as calm, you know?
No, that's right.
There are more rocky bumps.
Yes, that's right.
Wrong turns. And things like that.
I think one of the biggest things people do, myself included, is not feeling strong enough or having the confidence and really feeling less than others, perhaps. And then you're giving away your power, because your power is within yourself.
I am so glad.
When you find it, there's nothing but joy and love and the knowing that the wisdom is there. All you need to do is
that out of my brain. So what we're going to do, guys, thank you for this. Please watch the next video. Valerie is going to really help us hone on the skill that most people on this planet struggle in, and that's that voice that tells you, I am not enough, how you can overcome it, and how you may be giving away your power and you don't even know it.
That's right. Absolutely right.
Awesome.
Well done, Jenny.
So look,
darling.
I love you too, doll. So looking forward to seeing you in the next video. You don't want to miss this. This is Valerie and Kageni, and we're looking to see you. Remember, you are magnificent, and within you is your soul, which connects you to your creator. As Valerie has shared with us, there's an inner voice that's constantly guiding you, and you can connect with it. It speaks to you when you're at least in a space of stillness, or what we also call your happy place. And the price of not listening to your inner voice, you notice a lot of bumpy rocks ahead on your path. See you in the next video. This is Kageni, author of the Magnificent Woman book, bringing ancient wisdom for the modern woman.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye for now.